I had a whole vlog planned out that I was going to do. It was about work. It was about time and it was about work, and managing your time well makes you work better. That's what it was essentially about. But on Tuesday I passed my driving test, so I've got better things to talk about now. Driving is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I can just drive myself wherever I like, to work, to school, to wherever I like, anywhere in the world, technically, that has roads. It was my second test. I didn't pass the first one. I always say I didn't pass rather than I failed, because I think that saying I failed sounds worse than saying, no, I didn't pass that time. Because, you know, not passing isn't the same as failing. I drove alright. I can drive, and I could drive anyway when I didn't pass. I just didn't do everything that they wanted me to do. There was an ambulance in my first test, and it was coming from behind, and I didn't see it, and I was at a red light, but I was the second car back, and the ambulance kind of suddenly was behind me, and I didn't move out the way much. So essentially, I killed a person, but the good news is, now I have passed, so much better than not passing, because now I can drive places on my own. I've got a car, if you were wondering. My mum and dad actually bought it me quite a while ago, so I've been learning to drive in that car. It's a 1 litre Corsa, little mizzer, as my brother says, get it up to 60 downhill. I tried to do a bit of filming in it, but this is what happened. Shit. So probably won't be filming in it again. If you're learning to drive, keep at it, because it is well worth it when you can. I can still remember, on my 17th birthday, my dad took me out for a drive, and I can just remember it being I was terrible at driving. I couldn't do it. We drove on one road. It was quite a long road, and it's national speed limit, so you can do up to 60 miles an hour, which is quite ambitious for a first lesson. But the reason my dad chose that road specifically is because it's quite a wide road, and it's quite long, and there's not really anything that happens on the road apart from you just drive. So it's perfect for learning, really. Eventually, I managed to get the car moving forwards, somehow changed into second and third and fourth gear, and at some point I was going up to 50 miles an hour, which is pretty cool when it's my first time driving. The problem with going 50 miles an hour is that you eventually have to not do 50 miles an hour. It'd be great if you could just do 50 forever, but you can't. So, the next difficulty I had on my birthday, my 17th birthday, in August the 12th, last year, was slowing down. I'd never driven a car before. I didn't realise that the brakes are actually quite good in cars. Who'd have thought it, that you'd be able to stop fairly soon? When my dad said, now gently put on the brakes a little bit, I kind of put them on quite hard, and just the car suddenly stopped. That wasn't good. That wasn't fun. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I started having proper lessons with a trained professional driving instructor, as well as going out with my dad and my mum. And then, you know, kept on driving quite a bit, still having lessons, and then I put in for my test, failed the first one, 3 weeks later, I've passed. That's the story of my driving. And then, after I passed my test, I thought, you know what, I need to do a vlog about this, and that is this. This is that vlog. If you're driving, and you're taking your test soon, or if you've already passed, then great, good on you, because some people don't pass their test. And did you know the world record for the most amount of times failed a test is like 800? There's this woman in Japan who has failed her test 800 times. She's now like 60 something. And she's still not passed a test. Driving since she was like 17. That's embarrassing. At least I only failed once. All the best drivers pass second time though. Remember that. You'll only ever hear that from people who passed second time. You won't hear someone who passed first time going, yeah, you're right, you're a better driver than me. Because it's not strictly true. So, stop lying.